Hello everyone and welcome to the final episode of the first season of the Fledge pack, where of course we have Crow and Sequoia, our second generation Wayfinders. Of course, Crow is the son of Aden and Raven, our first ever wolves to enter WolfQuest Anniversary Edition, and he was actually the runt of their litter, so he had some pretty reduced stats, not quite as extreme as our Ultra Iron Wolves, but nevertheless a bit of a challenge with that low strength and stamina. We also have his mate Sequoia, who has 0 strength, -1 stamina, 0 speed, and +1 health, so it'll be interesting to see what stats Pups get. Now, Sequoia and Crow both have black coats, so their litter was a little smaller, and unfortunately we did lose Bluebell to an eagle. It was very unfortunate. We just were not quite fast enough. Sometimes those eagles are very, very brazen. However, Quail and Sunflower did survive. It looks like Quail indeed was a runt, so -2 strength, -2 speed. Not quite, because Crow has his -2 to stamina. He has -2 stamina, -1 speed, and Quail has -1 stamina, -2 speed. But +1 health, so it looks like she inherited that from actually both of her parents, because Sequoia has the +1 as well. Then we also have Sunflower here, who has -1 strength, -1 stamina, and +2 health, which, yeah, that makes sense. Neutral speed. So we're going to go ahead, we'll make these two into adults. We'll take a look at their adult coats and their howls and such not, but we're not going to be choosing an official heir at this time because we are going to be continuing to play with their parents, and some of these wolves may feature in additional series if there's additional content to explore on a smaller scale. So that's kind of going to be how the Wayfinders branches out. It's going to be a little bit more informal, and I'm going to kind of just play it by ear for which pups we use depending on what content is added. I'm going to pick which wolves I feel would be the best fit for exploring it. So let's go ahead, we'll age these two up and we'll take a look at them. Alright, first off here we have Quail, who has an incredibly striking coat, and I believe this is an NPC coat. You can see there's nothing selected here. I can't remember which one this is. It's kind of got that white star on the forehead though. Is it white star? White cheeks, maybe? I don't know. I don't remember the exact name of the coat, but I've definitely seen it before. Incredibly striking with those very pale eyes, though. Holy cow. What a pretty wolf she turned out to be. Let's also go ahead. We'll listen to her howls here. Bit of a mid-range, deeper-ish one, and then for a secondary. Ooh, a much higher pitched one. Now we will look through her customizations here. I'm not seeing anything super obvious, but of course, if you do have suggestions for this and you're a member of the Patreon, a sub on Twitch, or a YouTube channel member, then you have the chance to submit the ideas for that as well. It doesn't look like she's got any customizations in the supporter Discord server, which is open to all supporters over the age of 13 if you're interested in that and you want to support the channel. Now, as for her stats, again, we saw them earlier, but she does have the runt stats a little bit lower than the usual, but not quite as extreme as the Ultra Iron Wolves. And of course, she's the offspring of Crow and Sequoia, the 3F member of the Fledge pack. So that is Quail. Next and finally, we have Sunflower, who I think also has an NPC coat. Yeah, it looks like it. Oh my goodness. So both of them got NPC coats. However, Sunflower has these really kind of golden orangey eyes, which is also super pretty, also super striking. Both of them got very, very striking coats. I don't know what this one is called either. I'm not as versed in the NPC code names because they don't actually show up here. I kind of wish that they did have, like, the NPC codes listed somewhere so that you could see what they are and see their names, but I guess it makes sense that they don't have it. In any case, super stunning coat. And super stunning eyes to go with it. Let's also go ahead and listen to her howls. That's a bit of a higher pitched one, and then for her secondary. Ooh, also quite highly pitched. So a bit of a higher voice overall. Now, once again, we're going to look through your customizations, but if you have ideas you'd like to submit and you're in the supporter Discord, which is open to all supporters through Patreon, YouTube channel memberships, or Twitch subs, as provided you're over the age of 13, then you do have the ability to submit those there. But it doesn't look like she got any customizations either. I don't see anything marked. So let's go ahead and look at her stats again too. That minus strength and stamina, but +2 health. So definitely a bit of a tankier wolf, but not quite as strong and doesn't have quite as much endurance. Neutral speed though. And of course, she is the offspring of Crow and Sequoia and the 4F member of the Fledge pack. So this is going to conclude this run of the Wayfinders. Again, we may be back with Crow and Sequoia. In fact, we probably will for the Saga release in Lost River, but Aden and Raven will also be making a return to check out the Saga release in the Yellowstone map. So when we get to that point, again, we don't know when that's coming out, but some point in the future, it's something that the team is working on. And if there's other content that we want to explore in the various maps, we may either see possibly Crow and Sequoia, depending on what it is, but also potentially some of the pups if there's something that gets added to Lost River or to the Yellowstone maps that we want to check out as well. We're just gonna have to see how it goes, have to see what gets added. I don't know exactly what the team is planning beyond Saga, but sometimes they surprise us with cool little things, so we'll see. But I don't doubt that we'll see more of at least some of these pups in the future. With that, though, we're going to go ahead and leave this off here for today because it is getting to be about that time again, so thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the episode. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. But until then, this is Jay. Over and out.